Hello, this is Captain Clavier, and today we will be talking about the initial exploitation phase. Typically, this is going to occur immediately after reconnaissance has been completed. This is going to allow an attacker to establish an initial foothold into the network. It is going to give them access to a specific system or a network or subnet. The attacker can utilize one or more methods in order to gain access to these systems or networks. The most common is going to be phishing or social engineering, where the attacker is going to use a email appearing to be legitimate with a malicious attachment or a link sending the users to a malicious website. The next most common is going to be remote exploits, where this requires no interaction from a third party. The attacker is going to send an attack to a system, and it is going to establish a connection through some means. The next ones are going to be cross-site scripting, cross-site request forgery. This is going to typically require a website to be not configured properly, and then is going to exploit anyone that visits those web pages. And then another one that we will see very often is going to be man in the middle, where the attacker is gaining the access to the target's network traffic and gleaning information that allows them to gain access to other systems. The initial exploitation phase is a means to an end. That is not the final step. Typically, it is seen as the more difficult step because of the amount of research that is going to require in order to gain access to the target systems or networks. You're going to need to know the types of systems, such as operating systems and the patch levels that they're working with, as well as some of the security devices or applications, such as intrusion prevention or detection systems, as well as antivirus or host intrusion prevention systems. Another thing that would be handy to know would be the communication standards within the company if you're attempting to do a phishing attack, so that you know what how the company communicates internally, so that you can create a legitimate-looking email. And then if the attempt fails, you are then going to have to create a new attack vector, or locate a new attack vector and create a new plan, which can be very time-consuming. Once access has been gained into a system or network, then you are going to move into the persistence phase, which we will talk about in the next session.